You're listening to the September edition of the Sponsorship Experts podcast with Paul Poole, the director of Paul Poole Southeast Asia Co Limited and founder of the Sponsorship Experts. In this episode of the podcast, we feature the World Trail Majors 2026 to 2029, and we have an interview with two of the founders, Steve Bremer and his wife Janet Ng. The Malaysia International Boat Show 2026 will be talked about, and the Laguna Phuket Marathon 2026. We also take a look at Thailand's new alcohol law, which will take effect later this year, and its impact on the sponsorship industry. So let's get on with it. Okay, Paul, we're here again. It's the September podcast, and you've been a very busy man.
We have indeed.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, I think, at the end.
Yep.
The first thing we're going to talk about is the World Trail Majors.
That's correct.
So, briefly, what is it?
Okay, so we have commercial sponsorship and partnership opportunities now available for the World Trail Majors 2026 to 2029, which is a worldwide opportunity. So the World Trail Majors unite some of the most iconic trail and ultra races on the planet, events that have shaped the very history of trail running. Each race in the series carries its own unique identity, personality and cultural footprint, creating a collection of true bucket list experiences for both amateur adventurers and elite athletes.
Yeah, one of the things I got from reading their blurb was that this isn't so much a sporting event. It's actually a very rich experience that's hoping to put something back into the communities where it is, but also enrich the people who take part, to give them something of that location, its history and so on, its culture back to them.
Yeah.
Is that an accurate kind of summary?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is competition, but I think it's more than a sport. I think it's more than a competition. I think it's a way of life.
Right.
The World Trail Majors were born out of respect for the environment, for local traditions, and for the communities that host them. The races embody the philosophy that trail running is more than competition. It is about connection with nature, with history, and with the people. So each race in the series is organised by locals who live where the events take place, sharing trails with participants long before and after race day. They work closely with volunteers and local communities to ensure that every event leaves behind not just memories, but also a positive impact, generating local wealth, fostering cultural pride, and ensuring the protection of natural ecosystems. So it's you're right, it's more than competition.
Yeah. And we hear that attached to loads of things, like someone will make a toothpaste and say, it's more than toothpaste, and you go, why? What else does it do? But it doesn't. It's just, they're using the word more to make it sound a bit extra.
Sure.
But this event is not something where you're involved in each individual event. This is for you a global.
Yeah, so we'll come on to the packages, but we've developed a package worldwide. So the World Trail Majors are made up of two groups of races. The short series by WTM consists of 12 shorter races, while the World Trail Majors consist of some of the most iconic trail races in the world, including the Hong Kong 100, Black Canyon Ultras, Trans Gran Canaria, Mount Fuji 100,
Wow.
Madeira Island Ultra Trail, Swiss Canyon Trail, South Downs Way 100, Quebec Mega Trail, Grand Raid de Pyrenees, Vietnam.
Grand Raid de Pyrenees.
Yes, Vietnam Mountain Marathon, Grampians Peak Trail 100 miler, and the RMB Ultra Trail in Cape Town. So, really a diversity is the core of World Trail Majors with these events. Each race has its own character, shaped by its landscape, heritage, and community. And together they offer a variety of experiences from mountain trails to forest paths and historic towns. This individuality is what makes trail running so rewarding and unique.
Well, and tactile, because you're in amongst it.
Yeah, I mean, really more than just a collection of races. World Trail Majors is a shared project that brings together events with a strong sense of place and history. It celebrates the roots of trail running while looking ahead, creating opportunities for racers and runners to learn from each other and enjoy what makes the sport so special. So it really is more than one single race. It's a true majors, so a series of events.
A bit I said earlier, bucket list. The eight peaks for mountaineers. They have that kind of.
It really is the bucket list of races. So wow. Very interesting project. Quite unusual for us not to work specifically in Southeast Asia. Actually, the closest event, single event in Southeast Asia is in Vietnam. But looking at those worldwide sponsors for the whole series.
And I mean, you were telling me before that they've got quite a specific brief for who they want to be involved in this, right? Sponsor-wise.
Yeah, I mean, normally we would look at endemic and non-endemic brands within a sport. Obviously, each individual event already have those endemic brands that are focused on this sport. So beverage companies, food companies, navigation, watches, fitness trackers, nutrition, running apparel, running gear, packs, lighting, eyewear, tech, apps, subscriptions, training and coaching services. So all of those types of sponsors are already in this. They're already in this at an event level.
At each different country.
Correct. Correct. And those brands might not be in all countries. So you'll have different sponsors for each race. Right. So our focus, our company's focus, is looking at those non-endemic brands, endemic brands. Sorry. So industries or categories like electronics, electric vehicles, financial services, home appliances, insurance, and travel. So those global brands that are in all of those markets.
So I mean, you can see airlines running their magazine stories about this kind of thing, because it's those two things brought together. It's the travel and the romance, and plus something that people are motivated to do.
Correct. And in the sales materials, there's a lot more detail about the participants, etc. But trail runners tend to be more affluent, so they're an affluent demographic. Right. So that they're ripe for those brands. So really looking forward to starting targeting those brands. Yeah. It's slightly unusual because, as I said, it's not Southeast Asia, so we will be targeting those brands at their head offices, wherever those head offices may be, because this is a global or worldwide opportunity.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's a fun one. We've been speaking to them for quite some time, so it's going to be an interesting project to get started on.
We're actually trying to put together in time for this month's podcast an interview with Colin and Steve.
Yeah. So I mean, it is difficult to pin these guys down. They are constantly travelling, taking part in trail runs somewhere in the world.
Perhaps I should have mentioned that they're the organisers.
Yeah, well, I mean,
people now scratching their heads listening to the podcast going,
Colin and Steve?
Colin and Steve, what have they got to do with it?
Don't they
know? Are they your mates? Who are they?
So Steve Brammer, he's based in Hong Kong, and he is the race director and operator of the Hong Kong 100. So one of the races within the World Trail Majors. And Colin Taylor, based in Australia, is the race director and operator of the Grampians Peak Trail 100 miler, both ultra marathons. So really great. Those two are key figures within the World Trail Majors in terms of putting the World Trail Majors together, but also operating two of the events within it. So those guys will be great to pin down if we can. Get them on a call later in the week. Really would be great. Yeah, be very good.
And have you got the packages yet? Is there anything to talk about regarding that? What are the opportunities?
Yes, we do. So we've as always, we've developed a comprehensive commercial sponsorship and partnership program for the World Trail Majors 26 to 29. So we're really looking for those 3-year deals. We're not looking for one-off 1-year deals. We're really looking for non-endemic brands that really want to partner with trail running long term and really grow the partnership together. So we have just one tier 1 series presenting sponsor opportunity available. We have up to 6 official series partners available. And we have up to 10 official series suppliers and official series media partners available. So our focus is really on that presenting sponsor. That's the biggie. So that's the one we really want to secure as quickly as possible for 3 years. We may be a bit more flexible with the official series partners, suppliers and media partners, where that could be a 1-year deal, but the presenting sponsor will definitely be a 3-year deal.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and there's lots more in the newsletter, and the sales materials are attached to the newsletters, so there's a lot more detail because we haven't done it justice in this short time.
Yeah, I mean, putting a list of the opportunities and then reading them out is, a list is interesting because you can retain the information. Yeah. Whereas on a podcast, I mean, it's not great content.
Thank you, Trevor.
So please, no, I mean, it's not that it's not interesting. It's just that it doesn't fit this format.
I know.
Right.
That's why we have the newsletter.
That is why we have the newsletter. If you'd like to get in touch with Paul Pool Southeast Asia Co Limited, you can email us on info@paulpool.co.th, or you can go to the website paulpool.co.th, or you can call us on +66 2622 0605 through to 7. As we've already mentioned in the podcast so far with Paul, we were hoping to get an interview with the World Trail Majors people, and that's happened. So today I'm joined by Steve Brammer and his lovely wife, Janet Ng, and they're going to fill us in on what we need to know about World Trail Majors. As we've got you here, can you give me the Cliff's Notes version of what this is all about?
For sure. Thanks, Trevor. So yes, World Trail Majors is an association of 12 of the best independent trail races from all across the globe. So 12 races, 5 continents, and I'll list them for you so you know exactly what we're talking about. We start in January every year with the Hong Kong 100. Then we go to Arizona in the US with Black Canyons Ultra, and then to Spain, the Transgran Canaria. Then we have in Japan, Mount Fuji 100. Then in Portugal, we have Madeira Island Ultra Trail. Then in June, we go to Switzerland for Swiss Canyon Trail, and then to the United Kingdom for South Downs Way 100. After that, to Canada for Quebec Mega Trail. Then to France, the French Pyrenees for the Grand Raid des Pyrénées. After that, to Vietnam for the Vietnam Mountain Marathon in North Vietnam in Sapa. Then to Australia in Victoria, we have the Grampians Peaks Trail 100 miler. And then we finish the season in South Africa with the Ultra Trail Cape Town.
By which time you'll need to lie down.
You will need to lie down and a pint of ale and a hearty meal.
I think the thing that strikes me about this, and when Paul was telling me about it, is the diversity of environments. It's really adventurous, isn't it?
Yeah, it's deliberately trying to make sure that we retain that diversity, so that even though we're an association and we're all working in together and sort of sharing know-how and expertise and experience, we are really emphasizing that when you go and race in Hong Kong, it's a really Hong Kong experience. People who live locally, put the race on locally, understand and love the culture and the scenery locally. And so you know that you'll get a really authentic experience, but there'll also be a sort of a hallmark of quality, almost a guarantee that the race will be one of the best trail races on the planet.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, Janet, do you have a favourite one, or one, if you haven't already done it, which one are you looking forward to most?
Well, Hong Kong 100, the one we organize, will always be like very special for us, and one of our favorites for sure. I was born and brought up in Hong Kong, so I really love the city and just want to showcase Hong Kong to everyone in the local community and around the globe. So Hong Kong 100, yes, definitely. I mean, I really like it, but then I'm biased because I'm the race director of that. But apart from that, I have actually done quite a lot of the other ones already. And of those, I mean, they are all so different, so diverse. It's really, we call them races of a lifetime. It's really hard to pick because they are just so different, and each one, you have such a special experience that, like, it's quite hard to say, like, which one is better than the other. But perhaps I think what can be a little guide for those interested is depends on the distance and how challenging you like.
Right.
It has the short distances from 50 Ks all the way to 100 kilometers and 100 milers in the circuit. So I think that can be something that can guide people to choose which one they like to do.
Yeah. How about you, Steve? Have you got a preference?
Well, it's interesting. So I was just looking.
Or do you have to say Hong Kong?
Well, we'll get into trouble with the other race organisers if we choose a favourite.
I know. So how about one that you're looking forward to?
There you go. I'm just looking. Yeah, it is, because there are, of the 12, we've done 8, and there are 4 that we haven't done, and the 4 we haven't done are Cape Town, Quebec, Madeira, and the Black Canyons in Arizona. So I'll say those are the 4 that we need to travel to and go and enjoy. The 8 that we've done already have been mind-blowingly good experiences. Just epic.
I think for runners, I was trying to find an analogy with another sport that this is like, because these are the best trails, right? These are the wish list, the bucket list trails for most people.
Exactly.
So
that.
It's kind of like the mountain climbers. They have the 8 peaks kind of thing. Is it that sort of vibe about it?
Yeah, I think each one has its own uniqueness, and the different terrain makes them, the different weather, the different culture makes it very special. But I think we also like to showcase what is the thing that stands out in each of these. But ultimately, I think what we are also trying to express through this really big project of ours is that we are just one community, one trail community, and wherever you are, we share the same ethos, we share the same values, and that is something very important to us.
Reading around it, I mean, there is a commonality of purpose, there's a commonality of passion, and also a commitment to having a rich experience, not just dipping your toe into a place and then disappearing, leaving behind your trash. It's you've got the kind of eco thing going on too, as well as that richness of experience. Have I read that right? Have I got that right?
Yeah, 100%. It's something we're really emphasizing is the authenticity, I'd say the local feel and the local flavor that we mustn't be diluted. You don't want to travel to Vietnam and then find that, in fact, it's just like being in the United Kingdom. And so it's that, but also we've deliberately, when we're planning the setup of the series, at the elite level, or to win the series, and there's prize money available, but to win the series, you only need to do well in 2 races. So we don't actually want everyone flying all over the planet to try and do 12 in a year. We're hoping that people will pick them off, as you mentioned, as bucket list races, gradually. You do your local one and then travel to one each year or over a couple of years. So, and for example, there's possibly the most famous trail runner that Japan has ever produced, Kaburaki-san. a fantastic runner. And he's later in his running career now, but he has started the mission of running all of the races, and he's doing 2 a year. He's in year 2, and I think he has just done his 4th World Trail Majors race on his way to tick off all 12 of these races of a lifetime over a period of perhaps 6 years or so.
That's just prompting me to wonder what's the age range? What's the low end and the high end of the ranges that you've had?
Yeah, so I'm just thinking of our own race at Hong Kong 100. We quite often have someone finishing the 100K with 5,400 meters of elevation who's in, it's usually his, I was going to say his or hers, but it's usually actually his, in fairness, 70s. So,
Amazing.
I remember an athlete, wonderful athlete from Korea who's 74 years old, crossing the finish line of a recent edition, and the crowd went wild.
I bet they did.
We were
Sorry, go ahead, Janet.
We were in the Grand Raid de Pyrénées, and there were runners that were doing the 100 miler, so 160 kilometers, and over 70 years old.
I mean, let's face it, they probably haven't got much else on. You know. You know.
Yeah, what else were you going to do today? Play some bingo or run 100 miles in.
Listen to some Vera Lynn. No, 70-year-olds now, they'd be listening to the Pistols, actually, the Stones, right? Because they're the boomers now, so they'd have much better music than my grandparents. All right, so, and at the younger age, I mean, what, teenagers? You've got teenagers there?
Yeah.
We do. The World Trail Majors has got 2 distances. The 50-kilometer distance, which we call the short series, and the longer series, which ranges from 100 kilometers all the way to 100 miler. And for the shorter distance, we often have teenagers as young as 13, 14, of course, with parental consent.
Yeah. But I think getting into that age, you've got them for life, right? It's gonna stay with it.
Yeah, and it's something. I mean, some people worry about the kind of biomechanics, I suppose, for a teenager of doing that sort of distance, and each race can take a different view on it. But certainly for Hong Kong 100, we've had people aged early teens doing the shorter races with their parents, and I think it's the parents know best for the kids. So usually the races are over 18 only, except with a sort of special permission from the race organisers, which if you've got the parent fully on board, then you sometimes get really young runners, again, having an amazing experience that, as you say, it will stay with them for life, and it will help them with physical and mental health for the rest of their life.
I love anything that brings generations together, because we're all siloed because of our devices. And, I think that contact is really important. I think that it perhaps stops older people getting a negative opinion of the youth, and likewise the youth get a better opinion. It's not just grumpy old people. I think when you throw them together in a purpose or a passion, that all gets dropped. Everyone's just in your case, everyone's just a trail. Do you have a nickname for trail runners? Most things like this do. What do you call yourself? Trailies?
So in France they use trailer, which to us always sounds like trailer.
Yeah.
And so we occasionally we use that. And I have to admit, we do for some of the older runners who you can tell can run forever and will finish any race. We have a good friend from Australia who calls that type of runner, and I apologise for the French I'm about to use, but a wily old bastard.
W.O.B.
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 I love that. He needs a t-shirt.
Yeah. And so we do refer to we actually call it them now WOBs,
I
and
love
not most people have no idea what we're talking about, but now you know.
Oh, one of the best things about doing Paul's podcast is I get to meet such a diverse. I mean, it's a lot of sporting events, but
Yeah.
the language and the terminologies used absolutely fascinate me. I love that, So I think that's pretty much what we needed to cover. Is there anything that I haven't asked you that I should have, or anything that you wanted to say that you didn't get the chance to?
I'd like to say just how much we look forward to welcoming runners from around the world to Hong Kong 100 and to all of the amazing World Trail Majors events. We can't wait to welcome you to the events, to see you there, and to have a fantastic time out in beautiful places on the trails.
Jana, anything from you?
Yeah, and I'd like to echo what you were saying about the generations coming together. That's the same with the volunteers as well. We have volunteers,
of course.
which are scout groups. They can be even preteen. They come and they camp overnight and help us with a checkpoint, a overnight checkpoint. And then, you also have the more mature volunteers as well. So, and with trail races, often the number of volunteers is almost the same as the number of runners. So it is a big trail family coming together. Some, taking on the challenge, and the others just supporting this epic journey that each runner is taking on.
I love that. Yeah.
And
All right, guys. Well, sorry, go on, Steve.
We speak from close experience. So the reason we're in the UK and not in Hong Kong at the moment is we've just been doing the 100 kilometres of the South Downs Way as trail walker, so for a charity called the Gurkha Welfare Trust.
That was Joanna Lumley's charity, isn't it?
I think that's right. Yeah, we were hoping to see her, but she wasn't there, or to win dinner with Joanna Lumley. But we had Janet and me and our nephew Jack and a really good friend Carol in the team, and then my mum and dad, my brother, his wife Hazel, and Jack's girlfriend Juliet in the support team. So we had 3 generations of Brahmas out on the trail.
Brilliant.
And it was just an amazing experience. It doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah. All right. So, well, that's been a great interview. Thank you both very, very much. Should be out at some point in the next week. So keep an eye on Paul's website for that.
Will do for sure. Thanks so much, Trevor. Great to meet you.
Thank you, Trevor. Really appreciate it.
You're more than welcome. If you'd like to get in touch with Paul Pool Southeast Asia Co Limited, you can email us on info@paulpool.co.th, or you can go to the website paulpool.co.th, or you can call us on +66 2622 0605 through to 7.
All right, what's next? We've got, I like to pronounce the abbreviation of this, my boss.
Yes.
Or boss.
Actually, which I don't understand why it is my boss, because it should be Mibs.
Actually, you're right.
There is a reason, but I don't know the reason. But anyway.
It is the Malaysia International Boat Show.
Yeah.
Right, Mibs.
Yeah. But maybe they were worried they would get confused with Tibbs.
They call it me boss.
My boss, yeah.
MYBOS.
Yeah.
I mean, boss, okay, we get boat show, right? But
yeah.
MY...
Well, I think it's the short for Malaysia.
Okay.
And I think the reason is that when they first thought about the Malaysian International Boat Show, it wasn't set in stone that it will be in the same location every year. So maybe my boss is the Malaysian Boat Show.
Right.
Maybe. We're guessing, because I have no idea. But anyway, yes.
This one is on the Paradise Island of Langkawi.
It is. So we have commercial sponsorship and partnership opportunities now available for the Malaysian International Boat Show, which takes place on Langkawi between the 4th and the 7th of February 2026. So as any listener that's listened to any of these podcasts, we've worked on every boat show in the region over the past 20 years. The regional
This
setting,
is
Southeast
quite
Asia.
a new one, though, and it's the only one.
So
right?
this is a new show. Its debut was this year in 2025, so we're working in year 2, which is weird because we tend to always work in year 2 of events, not year 1, or often work in year 2 or 3 of an event. So this is very similar to the Thailand International Boat Show. We talk about this a lot because we've worked on a boat show in Phuket for many, many years. Very similar in terms of name, but also very similar in terms of location, in terms of Langkawi, tourist island. Again, similar, Langkawi has a number of marinas. So in 2025, this show was held at Royal Langkawi Yacht Club. But Langkawi also has Telaga Harbour Marina, which is where the show will take place in February 2026, and also has Rebak Island Marina as well. So 3 marinas on Langkawi, and each bring their own strength. So I think it doesn't matter where this show takes place, all 3 marinas will be involved because the whole island gets involved. Right. So boat show, obviously boats, but things relating to boats. This is also focused on luxury, just like Tibbs, where there's luxury property, cars, jewellery, watches, etc. as well. But this is really focused on the boating community and growing the marine tourism or marine leisure on the beautiful island of Langkawi in Malaysia. So a really nice initiative.
The domestic market in Malaysia, the market on your doorstep in Malaysia is much bigger than, say, Phuket.
Well, I think they're very similar. I mean, Langkawi and Phuket are very similar in terms of, obviously Phuket is more developed because it's an older destination for tourism, I guess. I think Langkawi is a bit challenging in some ways to get to, where Phuket is more established international airport. But yes, I mean, Malaysia's a big country, lots of domestic tourism there. But just like Phuket, people will be flying into Langkawi for this show. So it's not a Malaysian show. Yeah. It's a regional show in Malaysia. And obviously Langkawi hosts the air show, I think every 2 years in Langkawi. Last year this was co-located with that air show or defence show. So Langkawi is known for these types of shows, for MICE, meetings, incentives, conventions, exhibitions. So really looking forward to working with the show organisers on the Malaysian International Boat Show. We have worked in Langkawi previously on the regatta there at Royal Langkawi Yacht Club, but many, many years ago, maybe 15 years ago. So really great to do something back in Langkawi after so many years, and we'll see how it goes. There's also a conference. There's obviously lots of networking and hospitality around the show. So another great few days early in the new year. Just a few weeks after the Thailand International Boat Show. So really nice to see those 2 shows collaborating as well. Right. So the Malaysian International Boat Show exhibited at this year's Tibbs. Right. The Tibbs organisers attended the Malaysian International Boat Show. So there's really a bond there to grow the regional industry. So it's really great to see that.
That's good and quite unusual.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I'm really happy to have another boat show in a different location, and we haven't, as I said, we haven't done anything on Langkawi for quite some time. So let's see.
Okay, so it's kind of like Tibbs.
Yeah.
So what are the packages, and who do you think should be getting involved in this one?
Okay, well, again, we've developed a commercial program, developed rights inventories across a number of tiers. We have a title sponsorship, a presenting sponsorship, and 6 co-sponsorships available. We have official suppliers and media partners, 10 of each. But like a lot of the activities we do on islands, we have local partners, and in this case, Marine Industry supported packages available as well. Right. Obviously, it's an exhibition, so if a brand doesn't want to sponsor or is not suitable for a sponsorship, we have exhibition-only packages, and we will have additional opportunities around the conference, around the lounges, the VIP lounge, etc. So we'll have those packages as well.
That worked very well at Tibbs, didn't it?
Yeah.
You know, because that brought in like property companies, that sort of thing.
So yes, so very similar. The categories outside of the yachting and boating industries: airlines, luxury travel, hotels, golf, fashion, cosmetics, financial services, food and beverage, insurance, luxury properties and resorts, luxury watches and jewellery. Private banks, key focus of ours with boat shows, private banking, upmarket collectibles, wellness hotels and resorts, and basically any business in the marine industry. So yeah, really a lot wider than just yachts and boats.
Yeah, you're not going to go to that exhibition and see, marine toilets, for example, although they will be there and are often a hot topic amongst yachty people.
And a hot topic amongst yourself, because you bring up toilets nearly every single podcast, from Rainwood through to you're obsessed with toilets.
The Rainwood, mate, you could sell tickets to the toilets that they had at Rainwood. Yeah, those are the Japanese high-tech toilets.
Anyway, to go back to the Malaysia International Boat Show, yes, there's everything from floaty key rings and pieces of rope right up to super yachts and everything in between. So it really is a show to go to if you're interested in boats, yachting, or things relating or lifestyle relating to that.
Right, gotcha. I didn't mention toilets again, but I wanted to.
If you'd like to get in touch with Paul Pool Southeast Asia Co Limited, you can email us on info@paulpool.co.th, or you can go to the website paulpool.co.th, or you can call us on +66 2622 0605 through to 7.
All right, so the next thing is we're going to talk about our friend Roman Flosser, who we interviewed a couple of months ago. So if you want to hear an interview with Roman, you can by looking up a previous podcast. And this is about his baby and one of your most enduring partnerships, the Laguna Phuket Marathon.
Yes, so Laguna Phuket Marathon, we've worked on this event for 18 years, but it's actually the 20th anniversary in 2026. So we have commercial sponsorship and partnership opportunities now available for the Laguna Phuket Marathon 2026, which takes place at Laguna Phuket on the 13th to the 14th of June. And as I've mentioned, I mean, this is a long-term client of ours, Roman. He's the co-founder, along with a very good friend of ours, Raymond. And as you mentioned, you interviewed Roman a number of episodes ago about Redline Fitness Games Bangkok, which is also organising, which comes up in a couple of months. So, Laguna Phuket Marathon's a really great marathon. Obviously, it's the marathon, half marathon, 10K race, 5K race, and 2K kids race. So something for everyone. 2-day expo. I get confused about sunrise and sunset, but day one is sunset and then day two is sunrise. Mm-hmm. So the 10K, 5K, and 2K is on the Saturday in the evening, and the marathon, half marathon, and the relay races are at dawn, basically on the Sunday.
If anyone's curious why that is, basically I refer you to the song "Mad Dogs and Englishmen."
but yes, it gets warm on Phuket, so they race when the sun's going down or when the sun's coming up. This is a terrific event. I mean, it really is. The expo's full of sponsor booths selling and sampling their products. obviously people pick up their race kits, which
Very family oriented from my
the kids race family. Yeah, it's for everybody. This event. The tagline used to be called Run Paradise, and it really is running paradise, because you're running the most beautiful destination, one of the most beautiful destinations in the world. And it's not just about breaking records, it's really about having that fun. There's no prize money at the Laguna Phuket Marathon. It's not that kind of marathon. Really, people are encouraged to run for themselves, to beat their times, get personal bests, raise money for charity. This marathon always raises money for Laguna Phuket's charities and the community there. So it's a really lovely race. It's certified by the Association of International Marathons and Distance Races, and has been since day one. And is also a qualifier for the famous Boston Marathon as well. So although it's not about it's not necessarily about the competition and winning, yes, there's obviously a competitive edge for those serious marathon runners to actually qualify for Boston. Right. And although it's not in the newsletter story, I should make reference that this has always been an international marathon. It started with very, very humble beginnings, with like 800 runners in 2005, and it actually was designed to show Phuket had recovered from the tsunami, the Boxing Day tsunami in 2004. And it was really to show that the island was back for those international tourists. So 800 runners in year one. In 2019, we were up to 15,000 runners. That's dipped post-COVID, but we're growing that again now. So, really, really amazing race. And our sponsors come back year after year after year. Laguna Phuket is the title sponsor. Historically, Super Sports has been the presenting sponsor, the sports retailer. And then we have a whole whole plethora of sponsors, from Oakley to sponsor the sports drink, to Bangkok Hospital, and so on. Lots of sneaker brands come in and out as and when
sneaking in and out.
Hi,
thank you.
As and when running is their focal point. So expect to see some really great sponsors at the expo on the Saturday.
As always, what packages have you got available, and who should be getting involved? I think we covered a little bit of the last question.
Yeah, so we have a title, we have a presenting sponsor, Laguna Phuket and Super Sports. We could bring in a co-title or co-presenting if it was the right brand, so those opportunities could be available. We have up to 6 co-sponsorship slots available. We have 10 official suppliers, 10 media partners, and as I mentioned with Langkawi in Phuket, we have the local partner packages for the island businesses as well. So got a comprehensive program for Laguna Phuket Marathon 2026.
And more details of that are in the newsletter.
Correct, along with the sales materials. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So moving along, something not about an event or a sponsor, but it's about the recent changes in the alcohol sponsorship laws in Thailand.
Yeah, I mean, we've put this story in just to clarify the change. We spoke about this a number of episodes ago when there was rumour that the Alcohol Control Act was due to be eased, and we were expecting the easing of regulation around advertising, sponsorship, etc. Actually, what's transpired is it's even stricter. So there's been some easing of licensing hours. So there's been some give in terms of when people can buy alcohol and where you can buy alcohol from, and the hours you can do that. And I should say this is the Thailand Alcohol Control Act. So the Thailand Alcohol Control Act was originally in 2008, and that's now been amended for September, on the 9th of September 2025, where it was published in the Royal Gazette and signed into law by His Majesty the King. The big challenge for us is a new line in the Alcohol Control Act which prohibits non-alcohol products with the same name as alcohol products.
For people outside Thailand, perhaps we should say that some alcohol brands, to get around the
Well, I think this,
launched their own brand of water.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is where this line has come in. They're plugging a loophole in the law that allows those brands, those beer brands, having a water product or a soda product. And if you look at the Thai League 1, Thai League 2 and Thai League 3 teams within Thai football, all the shirt sponsorship is a water or a soda brand. So I'm saying if because it's still not 100% clear how this will be enforced. It is due to be enforced from November this year, but it is down to local ministries to clarify the rules around this. So it will be interesting to see what transpires, but looking at this, there's going to be a big hole for shirt sponsorships within football and some venue sponsorships as well. I mean, there's some race circuits that may be looking for a new title or looking to change that title. Let's wait and see. But it's law. It's been signed, and we have to deal with it. I'm always the optimist, so I'm always looking at thinking, actually, this could open up opportunities for other brands to take those slots that were dominated by those water and soda brands. But let's see what those water and soda brands do. They might create new brands. So let's see.
Because they weren't losing money on the water and soda.
No, I mean, I think that
they're everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely, and particularly in the most popular sports. And not just sports, music this impacts music festivals, etc. as well. Yeah. So let's watch this space. Let's see what happens. Obviously, things change often here. We were only talking a few months ago about the easing of the Alcohol Control Act, along with casinos. Both of those now are off the table for the time being. So let's just watch this space.
Okay. I mean, it's taking one source of sponsorship out of the market, but
it could add some more. Yeah,
it opens up opportunities for other people to get involved, and if there was value in sponsoring those things, then other brands will find that same
absolutely.
That
Obviously, front of shirt sponsorship in football is the most coveted sponsorship slot. That's what most brands want. Not all brands have the budgets to do that. Actually, here in Thailand, it's not so bad. So I think most brands do. A lot of brands have budget to do that. So let's see who replaces that. I mean, looking at English Premier League with the ban on gambling brands on the front of shirt. Okay, other brands will come on board. So let's see what happens. I think it will be a shake-up in the industry. Yes, they were important sponsors and categories. So let's see how we adapt and see what transpires. So something to watch. The reason we put it in the newsletter is it's just been announced. It is new. It is important. It's particularly important for international rights holders coming into Thailand that maybe don't know those rules, because the penalties are quite severe, monetary fines and imprisonment for breaking the law. So anybody with a sporting event or a music festival coming into the country need to really brush up on what they can and cannot do in order to not mistakenly break the law.
Okay. All right, so that's pretty much it for this month. Is there any other business?
Just to say that the reason we're so delayed this month, because we're exhausted, because we had 2 weeks of women's volleyball here in Thailand with the Volleyball Women's World Championships.
And you were playing?
And no, I wasn't playing, but I did attend lots of matches across the 4 cities. Just as a recap, 88 matches, 32 teams, 4 cities, and it was fantastic. I mean, I was really... I wasn't shocked to see the Bangkok Indoor Hallmark Stadium full, 8,000 seats every match, but I was really quite shocked to see all the provincial stadiums full with 4,000 seats.
It's just such a feel-good event.
Yeah,
There's just a real mood about the whole thing.
We go on and on and on about volleyball, but it is because it's such an enjoyable sport and it's such an important client. But it is a joy to watch because... I mean, really, the reason I was surprised about the sellout of the provincial stadiums is Thailand played in Bangkok. So actually, those Thai fans going to watch those games were watching to support other countries.
But it is a mass participation sport here,
Yeah.
So if you're in Buriram, but you get the chance to see an international level volleyball.
And these we know that the Thai national team are so engaging, but all the teams are so engaging. There's some real superstars in those teams.
And they've all got the social media going.
They're all over social, but they're all so friendly and warm to Thai fans. The fan zone. I mean, why I'm so croaky today is that the fan zone was super hot in all the provinces, super crowded and super loud, because everybody loves being in the fan zone, whether they were engaging with Sponsor or with Hatari. It was a great fun time. So
I got a small story to tell you. So you very kindly got me a couple of tickets for a friend of mine, Sophia, who's, do you know, she doesn't play volleyball. Do you know the reason why she wanted to go?
Why?
Because she's in love with a superstar volleyball player from Japan, from the male team. However, she also follows his sister on Instagram, and his sister plays for the Japan ladies. And it's got that element too, that social media thing about it.
Absolutely. I mean,
the virality of it.
It's a terrific sport. Right now, obviously, the Men's World Championships taking place in the Philippines. Talked about this lots. It's really great to see both the men's and women's world champs in Southeast Asia. That event only happens, it used to happen every 4 years, it now happens every 2 years because of the popularity of volleyball. Hatari, our sponsor, extended their sponsorship into the men's champs as well, so they have space at the fan zone where you can interact there as well. So really great to see, and really looking forward to expanding the Sponsor and Hatari sponsorships in 2026 across the region. So
you couldn't get better kind of social proof than a sponsor increasing their presence with an event. They like got what they wanted out of it.
I mean, there's always challenges with these huge events, but Sponsor, the sports drink, 3rd year in a row they've sponsored because of the results they've achieved. Hatari, 1st year sponsor this year. They interacted with a number of the athletes on social media campaigns. Gabby from Brazil, she posted one of the handheld Hatari fans, sold out. So Hatari can really. I mean, Hatari told us that it exceeded their expectations in terms of direct return on investment. Yes, we talk about return on objective, but the direct return on investment is there. So we have 2 very happy sponsors. And already our previous sponsor, MedPark Hospital, who were absent this year because obviously they only have a hospital in Bangkok, not in the other 3 cities, already asking, is the VNL coming back next year, because they really miss being part of the action this year. They attended.
They were lovely as well. I met them. I met them before.
They really miss being there this year. So that just goes to show how the warmth around volleyball.
It's just a feel good. It should be. They should call it the feel good volleyball games or something.
Well, it was electrifying. That's what they called it this year. Electrifying, and the games.
It sounds a bit, okay, it's exciting.
I watched all the Thai matches, and it really was electrifying.
No, the atmosphere is amazing.
Spectacularly. Thailand did very, very well. Okay, they ended up 13th, but their games were the final couple of games were very, very close. I mean, they did really well, way better than the previous year's VNLs. I mean, they did very, very, very well. Brilliant. So anyway, looking forward to what we have in store for volleyball moving forward.
Fantastic, yeah. All right, that's it for this month. Thank you very much, as always, Paul.
Thank you, Trevor, and I look forward to seeing you next month. Hopefully not as late as we are this month.
No.
Seeking sponsors. Seeking an opportunity to sponsor. Looking to maximise an already sponsored opportunity? Visit paulpaul.co.th, the sponsorship experts.